Hello, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me today on Turner Classic Movies. It may be the last day of February, but it's only day 16 of this year's 31 Days of Oscar Marathon. We've still got plenty of Oscar winners and nominees lined up as we head into March and gear up for the 98th Academy Awards on March 15th. Today, Oscar goes west as we put the spotlight on Oscar-winning and nominated Westerns. Up first is a landmark Western from the master of the genre, director John Ford. From 1939, it's Stagecoach. Set in the American Southwest against the stunning backdrop of Monument Valley, the film follows a group of strangers who are forced into close quarters as they travel through dangerous territory in an overcrowded stagecoach. John Wayne gives a star-making performance as a notorious fugitive called the Ringo Kid, who joins the group along the way. While Wayne did not receive an Oscar nomination for this performance, the movie did give him the first big break of his career. Prior to this, Wayne had mostly appeared in B-movie westerns, but despite his lack of star status, John Ford felt Wayne was right for the part of the Ringo Kid, and he fought to cast him in this major feature. The movie turned Wayne into a star who would forever be associated with westerns. The cast of Stagecoach also includes Claire Trevor and Thomas Mitchell, who won the Oscar for his supporting performance as Doc Boone, an alcoholic doctor. Stagecoach premiered in 1939, which is often considered the most impressive year in Hollywood history, and Thomas Mitchell played important roles in many of the best films released that year. Of the 10 movies nominated for Best Picture, Mitchell appeared in 3 of them: Stagecoach, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and Gone with the Wind. And that doesn't even include the performances he gave the same year in The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Only Angels Have Wings. He certainly deserved an Oscar for his work in 1939, and he won it for the performance that you're about to see. From director John Ford, also with Andy Devine and John Carradine, Stagecoach. Stagecoach won 2 Academy Awards for Best Score and for Thomas Mitchell as Best Supporting Actor. The movie was also nominated in 5 other categories, including Best Picture and for John Ford as Best Director. This was one of 6 Oscar nominations John Ford received over the course of his incredible career. 5 of his nominations were in the Best Director category, and 1 was for producing the Best Picture nominee, The Quiet Man. Of those 5 directing nominations, Ford won the Oscar 4 out of 5 times. Interestingly, not one of those wins came for a Western, even though Ford is most often associated with the Western genre. He won for directing The Informer, The Grapes of Wrath, How Green Was My Valley, and The Quiet Man. In fact, the only time he was nominated for the Oscar for Best Director and lost was for Stagecoach. With 4 Academy Awards, John Ford still holds the record for the most Oscar wins for directing. Up next, John Wayne returns in a Western from 1948, directed by Howard Hawks and co-starring Montgomery Clift.
Next on TCM, Red River, then The Naked Spur, and later, Broken Arrow. Oscar picks up the pieces today.